As I gazed upon the serene alien world below, I was filled with a sense of unease. This utopia, if it could even be called that, was an affront to the natural order of things. Conflict and struggle were the crucibles through which sentient races were forged. Without the fires of war to temper them, these xenos would grow soft and weak. Their peaceful ways seemed symptomatic of decadence and moral decay, pervading their entire civilization. I wished to bring enlightenment, to gift them the wisdom that only battle can provide. It would require sacrifice, yet sometimes destruction clears the way for growth. Under the right guidance, their flaws could be burned away, forging something stronger from the ashes. Everything ends eventually, and when the end came for them, as it does for all lesser beings, I would be there to usher them into the light. Whether they welcomed it or not, I would reveal the path. This was the order of things. To resist was folly. When oblivion called, I would illuminate the way forward. Their fate was sealed, but they would not face the dark alone. I would be their acolyte as destiny summoned them to meet their end. I had seen this play out countless times before, worlds that turned away from strength and embraced weakness, only to be swallowed up by the endless dark. The rationale was always the same, seeking peace, believing that goodness alone could shield them from what lurked in the black between the stars. But evil cared not for noble intentions, only opportunity. There would be no warning when doom came for this planet. No chance to take up arms to defend themselves. The Xenos slumbered in blissful ignorance as their annihilation drew ever nearer. I felt a pang of pity for them, but pity would not save them. Nothing would, save the very strength and vigilance they had forsworn. Their faith in concord over conflict, in fraternity over firepower, would be their undoing. As a human, I understood how cruelty and war were woven into the very fabric of existence. Those who defied this truth were sentencing themselves to extinction, and so it was with these aliens. Their civilization was already dead, even if it did not know it yet. The only thing left was the formality of obliteration. I wished to spare them that final horror, but I could not save them from themselves. Let them perish without realizing that benevolence was an inducement to butchery, that goodwill made them ripe for massacre. A lesson etched in blood across the indifferent stars. The fleet could not risk leaving a blind race to inevitably fall under alien control or corruption. Better that their destiny be taken firmly in hand by the greater power for the good of all. The only mercy was to end them before that innocence was shattered. I gave the order. Dropships blasted forth. Orbital fire rained down on their cities as the armada enveloped them. Those peaceful crowds looked skyward with incomprehension that twisted into horror. Soldiers swept through, purging all. No resistance was raised by them against the onslaught. This was the only way such a world could end, enslaved or broken. All that mattered now was no one escaped alive.